Welcome back to Falling Fox Gaming, everybody. I'm your host Blaine, and today we're picking up with some more Stellaris. Now, we're picking up pretty much where we left off. Just a little bit of time has passed to allow our colony ship to finish being produced. Now, we're going to go ahead and move that up here, because we're going to start our second colony here. We'll just leave it as Molpion Prime, and yeah, we'll let that colonize. The next thing I want to look at is our actual planets. Now, we haven't actually done anything with them. This is kind of a mistake on my part, slash not really a mistake, more of just kind of an oversight, as I didn't know which way I wanted to go. So the current thing that we have going on is that we don't have any housing, so we really do need to build another hive district just to simply get more housing out. And honestly, I'm not really impressed with the buildings at the moment. I really want to get some more research buildings down, but it doesn't provide any housing, and it costs a lot of minerals. So we haven't gone that route. So what I think I'm going to do today is we're going to go ahead and go in here, and we're actually going to sell some alloys. Now, this is normally a huge mistake, but I need the money right now because I want to actually purchase a bunch of minerals. I don't normally do that, but for the sake of this, I want to. We need to get a housing district down on our primary planet, our home planet, and we need to go ahead and get a building down here on the colony that we have. Now, I don't think I can actually get the one I want. No, I am a little bit short on minerals. We need to get spawning pools down to increase our population production. That is going to be our most important thing right now, so we're going to go ahead and wait for that to pop back up. In the meantime, let's take a look at our system while that's going on. So now that our second colony planet is being built here, we got the same planetary modifier as our other one, the colonial remains, and that's because of our origin, I believe. And that means that our buildings and our district costs are reduced for our districts and buildings on the colony planets here, which is good. That's something that we actually do need. Now, we also need to go ahead and decide what we're going to do next. We have a tradition available, and I think we're going to go ahead and take Empire Sprawl down. I want to keep that as low as possible. I guess we could do Starbase up. Yeah, let's just do it. We'll do Starbase upkeep. Reduce for now. That's a permanent bonus for now. And let's take a look at our system. So, currently this is where we're at. We have the west blocked off by 2 hostile forces, so we can expand over here as slow as we want. That's awesome. We have 2 planets over here that we can colonize, one of them being a size 17 tundra world, so that should be okay. The ocean one, I'm not sure how good that'll look, but at the very least, it's another planet. Then we have a planet way down over here. It's a tomb world. We're not going to colonize that anytime soon, and it's also small, so it doesn't really matter. That one's only size 10 too, so that kind of sucks. But over here, we have a couple of awesome planets that I would love to get my hands on, but I don't know if we're going to be able to anytime soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this science ship. Which one? This one right here. We're going to get him over here, and we're going to have him start surveying. I need him to start surveying these systems quickly. We want to move in this general this general direction. Which one would be cheaper? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, yeah, either way, it's not very different. But so we're going to go up this way, and we're going to try and capture these systems. I don't know if we'll be able to get these systems. I have a feeling there's going to be another empire right here. So let's just see what we end up with. Just pop him back in to kind of show really quickly that I've actually decided to check out the new governors, and I'm going to switch over to this one, intellectual. We're going to buy this guy here, and it's going to allow us to increase our research by 10%. Not huge, but in the early game that will make a difference. I would like to donate to the Artisan Troop because they are kind of hitting a mind block, and we can donate to help inspire them, which gives us 50 influence, which is actually pretty big. Especially for only 500 credits. However, unfortunately, I don't have that. So I'm going to see if I can actually sell some alloys for enough credits. No, I can't. Darn it. Well, let's see. How many minerals can I sell? I could just sell the minerals I just bought back. That's basically just a net loss altogether. Man, that's awful. Well, unfortunately, we're just going to have to say we can't donate right now. That is a really huge thing to miss. I really would love to get that bonus influence because that would help us get all the way over here quicker. But we just simply didn't have the resources to do such a thing. Alright, so a couple cool things just popped up. One, we just completed constructing the starbase in the system, so this is now under our control. we have a science ship that's just about to investigate a giant skeleton event. Not sure exactly what that's going to produce, but we'll find out soon enough. And then we have a tradition available, which should give us our final tradition in the expansion tree, which will reduce Empire Sprawl. So start with that. And that unlocks our first Ascension perk. Now let's take a look at our Ascension perks and see what we're going to pick. Now, as usual, I am going to struggle deciding between the two that I always kind of go with. The first one is Interstellar Dominion. Having Starbase influence costs and claim influence cost down is actually a huge boon in the early game because it allows you to expand a lot quicker. However, I also love Technological Ascendancy because it increases your research by 10% across the board, and it increases the chance that rare technologies pop up. Now, I'm going to go with Interstellar Dominion on this one. I may regret it in the future. I kind of want to go with that one, but I feel like I want to collect as much territory as I can. I'm doing pretty good right now, and I feel like I'm confident that we need to expand more to try and get these extra planets over here before it gets too late. And this is going to help us get over there. So we're going to go with Interstellar Dominion for our first Ascension perk. And a glorious day to us. We have a new colony officially founded. Now, we do actually have the resources to actually get a spawning pool building up right off the bat, and that's exactly what we're going to do because we want population growth. Population is always the most important thing in this game, so we're going to go ahead and boost that up as much as we can. Ooh, and always a favorite event, the automated shipyard is here in the Bastamore system, so eventually we'll repair that and hopefully get ourselves some free ships. And we just completed our first society research, or well, second actually. Increasing our society research is the thing we got. Oh, here we go. Pop's growth speed increased. Yay, that's always a really good one to get early on. And here's something that doesn't normally happen to me, but it's happening in this game, so let's take a look. So we unlocked another tradition, and I'm actually going to go with Synchronicity, which decreases the food consumption, which is minerals for us, by 10% for our empire. So I don't normally do that, but because we're having a pretty big issue with our resources at the moment, it's going to be required that we take that. Normally I would probably go Discovery and rush another Ascension perk, but in this particular game, a lot of the systems we found aren't that good, especially since we need to try and go this way. So far, I mean, this system is not very good at all. It's only 2 science. This one was okay, but could have been better. We need to find ourselves some better systems like the 6-6 system down here. That, or this one, 2-11-3. We're going to have to start getting some of these systems just to kind of balance out our resources, unfortunately, which I don't normally like doing this early in the game. And we've discovered a dimensional portal near our Mobian Prime, which is our second colony right here. I mean, I guess that gives us a new job, which, sure, why not? And we just completed blue lasers, so let's see what we're going to take next. There we go. Woo! Research speed plus 5% across the board. So that's one of the kind of cool things that I really like about Stellaris in general. So right now, we're not doing what I would consider fantastic. We're actually struggling a bit in areas where I don't like struggling, in areas where I don't think normally I would struggle. But the cool thing is that because I'm science focused, my beginning kind of doesn't matter as much as some of the other, races and species out there, empires. As long as, like, when mid-game rolls around, we're ahead on science, we can kind of make up for all of our kind of crappy beginning stuff. And that's simply because we'll be ahead on technology, and then we can just kind of pump stuff out really, really quickly. Currently, we need to solve the issue of housing here on our colony planet down here. And I need to get another district up. And honestly, can't afford one. Maybe I can just buy some minerals. There we go. I'll just do that. I've been having to buy a lot of stuff, which is actually making the problem worse long term, but it's fixing temporarily. It's band-aids. I'm putting on band-aids all over my empire. That's what our empire is going to be, an empire of band-aids. And while I was actually just talking about not finding good systems, look at this one. This one's got 15 minerals in the system. That is a pretty awesome system, so good thing we're going to be going for that soon enough. This is always a cool event. Geothermo. Get ourselves free 1,000 credits and +3 to science, and the system way over where? I don't know where the system is. Oh, right over here. And then we also have a science done. The one that we don't really care about, the Corvette build speed and cost down. I guess this is a good time to actually take the armor increase, because that's another thing. It's actually technically a story choice for us. We want the metal armor, so guess that's good. Knocked it out of the park. So we'll have increased lasers and armor, which is perfect for our species. But unfortunately, we do not have the energy credits to actually continue our deal with the artisan troops, so we lose our bonus 10% to unity, so that's sad. But it's something we're going to have to accept for now. We have several things in motion. We actually have our construction chip here finishing up this system, and then we're actually going to go and try and lock down this one way over here. I know it's a long shot to try and get, but if we can lock this down long term, it'll be a huge bonus for us. Unless something like this happens. So here we are. We have a first contact event with I think that's a plantoid species ship. Oh man, oh wait, that's over here. Wait, what? They got over here, which means they're over here somewhere. They got past this hostile entity down here. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, we have our envoys available, so we'll go ahead and just send them to begin working on that. That is very interesting. Of all the events to happen, I was not expecting that one right there. That is, that's got me a little worried, I'll be honest. Okay. Well, guess we'll see where that leads to. And another fan favorite, the Bunker Bot event. So we found basically a supercomputer, or mega computer in this case. We can either scrap it for 100 alloys, 50 crystals, and 50 motes, which is actually pretty good this early on. That's actually a pretty good bump for some of the early game stuff. We could boost our own research by 10% for 120 months of 10 years, or we can just get 200 influence and let it continue its calculations. Almost always I let it continue, but we're actually doing really good on influence right now because we're actually expanding so slowly. So I'm going to have it boost our research by 10%. So not a huge amount at this point, but it's going to, any amount in the early game really actually helps. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. So we got ourselves a second construction ship because I wanted to start collecting some of these other systems while we have this ship over here, head all the way over here and try and get this system. But right as I did that, I noticed that this system here, that dimensional portal job that got created, that's amazing. So for 3 minerals a turn, which is a lot, a month, we get 18 research for physics. That's crazy ratio good. So that's fantastic. Take that every day of the week. And then we have a science ship down here that finished their little anomaly. And I think we're getting close to surveying all the systems around our primary area here, which means when we are done with that, as we scoop up some of these other systems, we can start with the archaeological sites. We have a new technology done, our population growth speed. And now let's take a look here. So we don't need hydroponics because we don't do farms at all, so that's useless. Admin capacity up, that is always an awesome one, so we're going to go ahead and just scoop that up. And we also have a first contact event. Let's see, nothing, just made some progress, that's all. So nothing special there, we'll just keep on going. For our next tradition, we actually have a couple good choices. We can go ahead and go with the Synapsis drones produce additional 2 amenities, which is actually really, really nice because that means more workers for other jobs. We could do the leadership upkeep down by 20%, which is not great, but it's a nice little addition there. Or leader lifespan increase, which is never a bad thing. But let's take a look at our leaders, actually. We haven't really done that yet this game. So our leaders can live to 130 years old without a problem. We're nowhere near that, so I'm not actually going to even worry about that. Yep, so I'm not even worried about that at all. But let's take a look at recruiting. Nope, nothing good there. I want to get some geniuses in here. We haven't seen any yet, so I do want to eventually get that. So what I think we're going to do is I think we're going to go ahead and just take the Synapsis drones produce an additional 2 amenities. Because that will actually, if we go to our planets here, let the month tick over. There we go, month ticking over. All of our workers now doing the Synapsis drones are actually producing so much more amenities that we can actually take a couple people off here and they will get working on minerals and such, which is obviously a better place for them to be because then that's actual resources we're generating, so yay. We got another physics research completed here, so let's take a look what we're going to do next. Ooh, this is both pretty good. I really do like having the increased energy credits, so we're probably going to go with that, but survey speed would be nice. Well, actually, we're almost done surveying around our area, so let's just go with the energy credit boost for now. That is more important. Also, I was complaining before about not finding good systems. Look at this one. 14 and 2. Yeah, we got some good systems showing up now, so I think the ones just right next to our original starting system was actually kind of garbage, but now we're finding some more that are making up for that, thankfully. And one of the most important things of the game so far, we got this system way over here. So, and at the same time, we also got our first contact event, so let's take care of that first. Nothing special, we just learned more about them. Oh, we figured out that they are hostile. Okay, that sucks. They're the cool little bug people or plant people, whatever they are. I do like that portrait. That's actually one of my favorite portraits. Pretty cool looking. But they don't like us. That's not good. Not a fan of that. But we got the system, so that is huge. So what that means is now we can effectively take all of this freely. Well, presumably. I might be wrong on that because we have somebody coming in from this side over here, so maybe not. But more importantly, we have a couple really big planets over here, and they have decent habitability for us. What that means is we're going to build 2 colony ships. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at them now that we're here and surveying. No planetary features, special anyways. This one is kind of crappy, honestly. Well, industrial district's not bad, I guess. Well, no, it's just housing. Yeah, well, not great, but not perfect. They're okay. I'll just say that. They're not perfect, but they're good enough for us. We're going to go ahead and colonize both of them. Go ahead and go with that one. Boop. And then click. Oh, I'm missing some allies. Okay, so we'll have to wait on that one. And just as I thought, there are some aliens over this way. We have a first encounter event again, first contact event. Let's take a look. Let's see what they look like. So what type of ship are they? They are, I think that's the human ship. So humanoid. But another first contact event. We do have a free envoy, so that works out well for us. And I guess that's just gonna kind of be that. We did just take this system, and we're gonna have our scientists come over here and start with this archaeological site. So that'll be our first archaeological site in this playthrough, which is pretty nice. Sometimes you can get some really cool things from that. Other times it's just kind of a waste, honestly, but hopefully it's something cool. And we now have our second colony ship being built for this system up here. Oh, first contact event. There we go. So hey, we figured out who they are. Okay, so they are, why does it say disturbing, but fascinating. They're Megacorp. We have them, they're the Trakpashians. Okay, let's see more about them. They are fanatic militarists and, fanatic militarists and materialists. That's a weird thing for Megacorp. Militarists, huh? That's interesting. Well, cool thing is, with the new update, we actually have things that happen with what we say. So our actual responses matter now. Before, we used to just kind of say whatever you want, and it didn't matter. So let's take a look at what we can actually say. We can say, our collective greets you in friendship. That improves their relationship with us by 30. We can say, the collective consciousness will be watching you. Gives them negative chance to get spy network with us. And kind of the exact opposite of that. As 1, we will destroy you. Makes them angry at us and gives us better spying on them. Let's take a look at them. Can we actually see more about them? I'd like to actually see. It doesn't let us do that. I was hoping to kind of like fudge the system and see how much they liked us. I don't think they're going to like us, but we're going to go ahead and, say nice things. So that way they maybe will like us. And boom. And this is one of the big revelations of this update. Check this out. We no longer get to see their entire empire as soon as we meet them. We now only get to see a little bit about them because we have to increase our spy network to actually learn more about them. And this is what the entire galaxy is going to look like even after like 100 years. Just dotted empires. Unless we keep increasing our knowledge of empires, we don't get to know what's going on. We don't get to just see borders and stuff anymore. So that is something that I think is really cool. But let's take a look about what we actually know. Upsith, would you like a virtual tour of our office ball pit? I mean, that sounds pretty great, actually. So we don't know what their civic is. We don't know anything about them. Empire sprawl, colonies, population, or diplomatic weight. We just simply don't know. Our intel is only 19, and it slowly degrades, I believe. Yeah, it does. And we just generally don't know very much. As you can see here, there's a whole bunch of different categories now of how intel works. And this is something we're going to cover in the next video in greater detail. But for now, this is just something to kind of know, is that even though we met them, we don't get to know anything about them. And I think that's really, really cool. So they are weary of us. We have negative 40 relations with them, just cause. But now over on the espionage tab, here's how it works. So we can try and send an envoy in an attempt to start up a spy network. Now this is the only people that we've met. I don't know if I want to do that yet because the bad events can actually happen from that. Well, we don't actually have anyone else around us. Yeah, you know, we're going to do that just for the sake of it. So we're going to send Croc Stylode over there. And he's going to start learning information about them. So now currently he's going to begin getting information for us. And like I said, we're going to cover this in next video a little bit more in detail, but know that we now have a spy network being set up. There we go. So we have a spy network set up. Boop. And I think that's everything for that. Yep, that's all for that. We'll just kind of continue the game for a second. And they close their border with us. Well, oh, that's because we have closed border with them. Let's open up our border. I'm okay with them coming in. Well, am I? I don't actually know, now that I think about it. Because where is their science ship? Oh, their science ship already got kicked out. So let's open up our border to them. If they want to come back up here, they can. I don't want to actually be a jerk and kick them out for no reason other than closed borders. That's just kind of rude. They didn't do anything to us, so I don't see the reason to keep them out yet. Yep, and they open their border back up with us, which is a good sign. Generally, if they open their border back up to us, that means they want to like us. Oop, and what do we got here? They want to establish an embassy. What does that mean? So we'd like to, let's see here. We would like to host a small portion of our consciousness within your border. For improved external communication, they will establish mutual embassies. I don't actually know what that does. Can I click on that to see? Trade deal, information. I don't actually know how the embassies work, honestly. Embassy, there we go. Establish embassy. Establish embassies on their capital planet, improving the effectiveness of friendly envoys. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Maybe we'll make some friends. I really hope. I hope we do. I'm really curious how they got past over here. So yeah, they took this. Those guys are pretty powerful. When we saw them, they were 900 power. So either A, they jacked up their power quite a lot, or B, they weren't actually hostile if you researched them. So that might have been my bad right there. I hope they don't expand up here. Yeah, that might cause a problem. I now need to, well, I guess I am expanding this way, so we should be okay there. Yeah, we're actually going to send our construction ship over here to take this system just to completely block this off from them. I don't want them coming up here any further. That's going to create border friction, but I don't care at this point. I don't want them coming any more over this direction. Same with these guys down here. We're going to move our construction ship down here now, and we're going to try and take these systems if they have not. I want to create the most, well, I guess the largest border I can to prevent them from coming into our systems and taking them. Ooh, I really hope that works out actually the way I'm thinking it's gonna. Oh, can I just actually move this guy over here? I'm gonna try moving this construction ship over here. Do they have... Damn. Okay, they have a star base here already. That means we need to get out of here. If we stay here, we're gonna get booted out. So that means we're gonna go build an outpost over here. That is really unfortunate. I was hoping that wasn't gonna happen that way. Oop, first contact event. Keep trying. They're a plantoid race. Okay. Okay, so cool thing. We did get enough resources to build a station here. So we should have this actually locked down. This shouldn't be an issue. This should be our system. And we're effectively going to lock down this area, hopefully. We also increased our knowledge of them through our spy network. So as you can see, we can see more of their empire. They have what looks to be 4 planets at least. 6 planets according to this. Okay, diplomatic weight of 534. I don't know what mine is. Can I check that somehow? diplomatic weight of 154. What? Okay. So these guys are way better than me. We don't know their population yet, and we don't know their empire sprawl. They're overwhelming in economic power. Technology is superior, and unknown fleet power. Did these guys start off as an advanced species? I swear I turned that off. Ooh, that's got me worried. So I swear I turned off advanced species, but I'm thinking these guys are advanced. There's no way that I could think of that they would have 534 economic or diplomatic weight at this point. Yeah, population gives them 166. So in comparison, our population is 58. So they have like 3 times our population or more. That's really concerning. I am not sure what happened with that. But that's where we're at. So I guess that's what we're going to deal with. Oh, and we get to build the space station here, the starbase here. So we will at least have this blocked off. So this is going to be our home. And I'm guessing that's going to be it. I'm thinking that these guys are going to be really powerful. New technology, admin capacity. Let's just do the tile blocker. Just to kind of get it out of the way, I guess, because eventually we'll need that, I suppose. Yeah, so I think this is going to be our home for pretty much ever. I don't know if these guys are also going to be advanced, but if they are, then we're going to be stuck here. And that's actually not that much space. So unless they get a neighbor that really angers them, I think we might be the first target for being taken out. New research completed. Our energy credits, or our energy generation should be going up now. And we can now actually do research output or colony development speed. As cool as this would be, it's a little late for us. If it was sort of popped up earlier, I would have taken it, just that way it helps with our colonizing. But this isn't going to be completed by the time we touch down on those planets, so we're going to go with the research increase, which is actually better for us anyways. So we have that system. We do need to take these systems now. We need to lock down all of this as quickly as we can now. So the problem that we're going to run into right now is that they're going to be able to expand way faster than we ever can. So we need to be very strategic about what we take. I'm going to take this one because it has alloys too. So that's going to be the better system for us to take there. And we've learned who these new guys are, the Iota aliens that we have discovered. They're the Nine Technocracy. Yeah, they're our old friends. Well, friends, yes. We're going to go ahead and just obviously say we are friendly because we want to be their friends. So pop that open, and then we're going to head on over to them and take a look. They're suspicious towards us, probably because we have closed borders. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to do open borders. And then we're immediately going to start spying on them because that's what friends do. I'm a little worried now because they closed their borders to us. Hopefully next month they open it to us. If they don't, that might mean they actually don't want to be friends with us this time around, which I'm not going to that'd be a little concerning. Yep, that is a little concerning because they don't seem to care that we opened our borders to them. So, well, we have one of our colonies down, and we should have another one going down here soon too. The second colony ship is on its way over there. We need to take a look at our planets, and that's going to be the final thing we're going to do for today, I think. We have plenty of population, or housing, so that's good. We have amenities available. I think we have jobs available too, so we can always increase that. We have a couple of job spots just generally available, so our primary planet is good. We actually want to increase one of our Synopsis drones, because we need to get our admin capacity up a little bit, so that's important. And let's take a look at our other planets. We have the same scenario. We have a couple of jobs available. We're good on everything. Our second colony, housing. Our housing is getting low, so we need to actually look at housing increase. We could go with a hive district, but because we actually want to keep jobs flowing, let's go ahead and give ourselves another mining district first, and then a hive district. We'll do both on that one. And then our new planets we're just going to have to sit and wait for, as per the usual. So, alright, we got a research completed. We got our armor up, yay. Okay, so we have coil guns, which we're not going to do because we're going to focus on lasers as per our story for OpSith. Planetary build speed is really good. 25% increase could actually be pretty good, especially early on when things kind of take forever. but I don't think we can overlook mining station output by 10%. How is our mining stations looking? They give us 38, so they'd give us 3 more, or 4 more basically. And then, yeah, just mining outpost. Yeah, we're going to do that. We need to get that going because we need to increase our outposts from our mines in space. And we also have another tradition. So, we could do this, mining station output by 20%, so we'd get a total of 30 increased. I'm going to go with this because I want to increase our mining output. Mining station output early on is going to be kind of important for us. We need to try and outproduce some of these guys. I think they're both advanced empires, and I don't think there's anything we can do about that. So I think this is where we're going to leave it for today. Now, I am honestly concerned that we have advanced neighbors, primarily because just looking at this, they seem to have similar empire sprawl, just based on what I can see. For a little bit, there was like a little bit of the Nalian Empire that showed up over here, so I think they're actually down over this way too. So I think there's a good chance that something in the settings didn't go correctly, or I didn't set something properly, and we actually have advanced neighbors, because this guy is seriously advanced. He's at 609 diplomatic weight. That's pretty serious for this early on. I'm only at 171 as comparison. Now, I haven't had the perfect start off up here. My start off has been kind of slow, somewhat anyways, and some of our starting systems weren't that great. So yeah, I feel like we should be behind a little bit economically and everything like that, but these guys are just so far ahead of us in research and economic power that I'm actually concerned that they're actually straight up advanced civilization, which is very rough for us. And I think there's a good chance that the Nalians are the exact same way. So if that's the case, we are looking at a very, very uphill battle basically from here on out. So I think next time could get very interesting, especially with the Nalians not liking us. They are suspicious of us, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better, so maybe we'll end up going to war sooner than we wanted to. So we might have to get our military in order too. So I hope you guys liked this. If you did, please do me a huge favor, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.